Hi guys, I'm Joseph Landriscina, and yes indeed, on this episode of Disability Talks, I will be talking about something that is kind of overlooked in some parts. That would be bathroom woes. And this is specifically a person with a physical disability problem. As I'm sure you guys realize by now, people with invisible or hidden disabilities don't really have too much problem with going to the bathroom in like public spaces. Now, I will not be talking about, say, transferring from the wheelchair or a scooter to toilet bowl or say a shower seat. As well, I've never had that kind of problem, so I really can't comment on that. But there are many other people who are far worse off than me physically that have that problem. But I will just be talking about, say, going to the bathroom, doing a business in a public sphere, in a public space or a public restroom, if you will. Now, I will be talking about how my high school and elementary school bodged up my case a lot back when I was in back before the internet was a thing. So the dark times. Yeah, I was born in 1985, so I'm an old fart by this point. Anyway, I'll be talking about that in another video altogether because I'm gonna be talking about them in multiple videos because they sucked and opened up a lot of windows for people, a lot of doorways for people, but I'll get into that when I get into that. Anyway, bathroom woes. Now I will have this in two distinct parts. Number one, like in reference to restaurants or say big department stores, stationary type restrooms and buildings and such. Whereas the other part will be more for like convenience stores, rest stops, gas stations, places that I might go to the bathroom in like a emergency in a like on the highway or something. If I was driving around with my father to like a travel spot or to see my parents, my uncles and aunts, my extended family. But right now, I'll talk about like in Walmart or say like in the mall or something like that. Now getting to a bathroom is no problem for me. You just ask, hey, where's the restroom? Or where's the bathroom? And, there's no problem with that. No, I'm a macho man, but I'm not afraid to ask for directions. Anyway, the problem arises with actually inside the bathroom to relieve myself. And that can be a challenge for those people who are physically challenged. Case in point, the Walmart over by me has a very heavy bathroom door, much to my aggravation, because even though I'm physically able, I'm a very physical specimen of a human being, a very good physical person, buff and all that. I still have to struggle with getting a bathroom door open. Luckily, my dad did to help me out, and he helps me with doors and heavy objects like that. And there's the heavier the door, the more struggle I have to deal with getting into the restroom in the first place. But the thing is that for someone without physical strength, without the ability to get up out their wheelchair, it's real bother for them. Not only that, but one thing I noticed about about but restrooms, in particular the Red Lobster near my house in New York, is that is the entrance to the bathroom is a door, a heavy door, and then you got a weird I should put this like an S turn into the actual restroom where those are. So dealing with a scooter is kind of rough because I got the extra length. It's kind of like dealing with an SUV or like a station wagon or to the extreme a hearse or a limousine or something along that variety. But it can be a pain in the ass to drive around with one of those things, especially when you just want to get in, get out, and do your business. And it can be real hassle. Even with somebody there to help it with the door, you have the risk of running over their foot or something, or getting them in the leg or something, which I've done on a few occasions. Not on purpose, mind you, but I have clipped my dad or my mother in the case of since you were the one that was with me at the time, I would have to go into the ladies' room, much to my embarrassment. But luckily, the women over there didn't mind so much. They understood that my mother had to deal with a handicapped person, a handicapped son, and I'm sure that they probably thought that I wouldn't know what any of the parts were, even if I knew what they, even if I knew what they were by age, because everybody would assume that, oh boy, this kid's in a wheelchair, he must be mentally retarded or special or something like that. Kind of like that episode in Family Guy where Peter takes advantage of that. But that's beside the point. I still find that show funny at times. But back to into the bathroom. So you got the heavy doors, and you got the little S turn thing there. But the best way to deal with this is some of the casinos that I've been into have number one, they don't have the heavy doors, and number two, they have they have those what do you call it? They do have an S term, but much wider than, say, than your average type court type room, and that stuff. But I understand they want to have some level of privacy for it, and people that use it, but still, there's always a problem. You never actually have any forethought to that. It's always unless you have that problem with a person with a wheelchair, you don't really think about it too much. And also, I just recently had a problem with a person that was talking on the phone while they were in the handicap stall. Now, I don't mind so much that there was somebody in the stall, but they were actually talking to their girlfriend or mother or something on the phone about I don't know, new promotion, something like that he wants something. Anyway, it was very annoying and very time consuming too. And luckily I didn't have to go that badly, but still with pain in the butt, to the point that my dad almost kicked the door in on the guy. He said, "God, there's somebody here." Yeah, and someone would like to use the bathroom. Jackass. I should have reported that guy to somebody in Walmart. But anyway, another thing too that really sucks. Not just for me, but for everyone in the area that uses toilet public space like that. I hate it when big department stores and big chain stores and things like that use one ply toilet paper and making millions of dollars, ripping sometimes ripping people off. You would think that they would be able to afford you know uh, two ply or more paper for toilet paper, but I guess not. Being cheap with that. But yeah, there's that. And with the problem with the sinks. Now I have no problem with using a sink in a public bathroom for soaping and washing your soap and stuff. And I prefer using the electric dryer, the one that blows and it's like a jet engine. But I have seen it where people have been in wheelchairs and they are unable to actually reach the soap to rinse off, and the sink too. The sink it kind of I guess it wanted to take fire, so they give you like a little spritz of water and then that's it. You keep your wrist over there, and you gotta hold it there for a good amount of time before you get rinsed. But that's only minor issue. And then there's getting out of the bathroom, that's always a chore. It's even worse when you got people that are that push shit in the way, like the janitor's cart, caution wet sign, kind of thing. Even though I really don't care about wet floors because, hello, I'm in a wheelchair. I got rubber wheels on, so I don't care about that kind of thing. So there. Okay. Now we get to the more risky part of the episode. That we've talking about disability, disabilities and restrooms in along the highway. You might see like a rest stop, fast food, convenience store, any other they need to think of when they're probably filthy or disgusting. You've seen the movies about people that go in there and they don't come back the same again. Like they get PTSD from in there. They see roaches, they see toilets that haven't been flushed properly, or all got people that miss the toilet bowl altogether. Which I think that there should be like a you know, they always have like the guy in like fancy restaurants that like help you out with like towels and stuff and like cologne and things like that. Well, they should have that guy there to, say who can use the handicap stalls or not. Because you can't compare that person, a regular average person, mind you, not even obese or anything, that uses the handicap toilet. I think that's wrong, and they should have more than more than one each. More than one regular and one and one regular toilet and one handicap toilet. The extra space in the toilet in the handicap bowl is good. The parking space is good, but at times it can be a little cramped and a little bit a little more of a pain in the ass. And you gotta try to plug the door and you gotta try to get to the bathroom in time. But anyway, besides all that, now for the talking about the rest stops in the public convenience store or whatever. So if you're like me, you like to go traveling. You could like to go on to highways and byways and all that other stuff to go anywhere. Travel is real fun for me. Going to rest stop is not considered fun for me because number one, you need to have preparation. You need, for a person in a physical limited state like I am, you have to be prepared. You have to go to a restroom where they're where the curb cutouts exist for people like me to get up to the bathroom. And I never liked this whole concept of having a sidewalk to door, and the door takes up the whole space of the sidewalk, so that it's very tight to get into the restroom or any door to any building. It'd be better off to show you. So one day when I get a chance, I'll show it to you one day. But it's really kind of tight, and I sometimes I risk driving off the edge to get into the bathroom. And you also have again obstacles, not so much outside, but when you get inside, you got narrow aisles, narrow things, and then you got the people that are just kind of rude about it too, and you're like trying to say, get out of my way, but trying to be polite about it. Again, people with hidden disabilities don't have to deal with this so much, but I do, and the other people now should do. Also, for the same minute, you gotta do with the time it takes for the ramp to get down. So, in other words, it's a whole big mess to get into a bathroom in time. I mean, like, how should I put this? I feel like I covered this once, where somebody had to go run into a bathroom really fast, or they're not gonna make it in time. Whereas if you combine that with Joe Swanson's very slow ramp out of the I think 18 van, that was funny. But, then you combine that with having to go into the bathroom very slowly and very painstakingly can be a rope in the ass. That is a long time in RV, but with the gas prices going through the roof, I don't think many people will be taking an RV anywhere anytime soon. But yeah, that can be a big pain in the ass. That can be even worse for your average person, because your average person could just run right to the bathroom. People in wheelchairs have to prepare themselves to go into public restroom like that. I'm sure that it wouldn't be so bad if you were just sitting down for a meal or something like that, or going clothes shopping or something like that. That wouldn't be so bad. But because we gotta get out of the car, we gotta park the car, we gotta get out of the car, we gotta wait till the ramp comes down, gotta maneuver around certain obstacles, objects, and people. And then we gotta get into the bathroom and pray that it's clean. And we gotta pray that it's the actual bowl is disgusting. And then we gotta hope that someone flushed the toilet prior to us using it. So there's a lot of preparation work to be done before we actually go into a restroom. For yes, I will never, ever, ever go into a porta potty to use that, because you get this is the way I stack it. Okay, you have as far as cleanliness goes, you got restaurants and like big stores like Walmart, before Toys R Us, closed out Toys R Us, and like then you got like the Lobster, Olive Garden, that kind of thing. Then you got like 7-Eleven and like rest stops and things like that. And the way you have porta potties, because every time Dick and Harry goes there, use the toilet, use the one ply shit that they use, and they did porta potty people don't well, part of my friendship, but they don't give a shit about cleanliness or worrying about the next guy. And also at the carnivals or the fairs that you find you singing on the construction yards. The food that people actually consume over there are known for the good dietary qualities. So more than likely, the porta potties will be a mess within the next hour or so of opening shop. So that's a pretty good reason why I won't use a porta potty. That and the fact that locking mechanisms on the doors and whatnot to it that's installed, and the porta potty are not my cup of tea, because while I'm in like a restroom or something like that, and I need help, like if I fall or something, or if something bad happens in there, my dad's outside the door waiting for me, and he often has to use the bathroom himself. So what we do is we don't lock the doors. I don't know if this is a common thing for you guys too, but you know, you can't travel alone when you're using one of these things. Unless you're well trained in the art of taking shit in a public bathroom. Yeah, that's one of the secret ninja techniques, taking shit in that public bathroom by yourself. They should make a book about that. How a simple person should use one of these things. It's like three clamshells in Demolition Man. But anyway, you got that, and you know, in case any of help, you know, we do that. And I'm certain that if I, you know, when I get married eventually, I'll overlay on my significant other for that type of help and that type of planning. But for right now, I rely on him for that. And let's see here. No Popeyes whatsoever. So if you guys want to share any of these little problems, I'll be happy to answer any questions you have, or if you want to share anything with me. I know it's not the best topic in the world to talk about, but you know, what you can do, you know, it's a topic that invades all people with disabilities and people who it's like in the disability diaspora, if you will, feel the city. And if you do go to the bathroom and the restroom and stuff by yourself, you know, you are physically challenged, let me know how you do it. I would like to know how you do it. So now, my contact, I will share my contact information with you guys. My cell phone number is 631-707-3707. My email is jjsviewingchannel at gmail.com, and my Twitter is PNelsonPro. So, unfortunately, I don't have a toilet bowl in here. I would do a flush thing when I flute you guys, like in Home Improvement, but I can't do that. So, I will definitely show you a few pictures of my adventures in toilet bowl land, in restroom land, I should say. But also another thing too is that in the future I plan on making a video where I talk about Terra Challenge. Now, Terra is obviously a female's name, so she used to be my assistant, my aide in college. Now, I couldn't go watch over her while she was doing the challenge, but I couldn't watch her when we were actually going into a restroom because I'm a gentleman and you know, men don't go in ladies' bathrooms. Well, they shouldn't anyway. But yeah, so I couldn't coach her on that. I didn't draw on that, I should say, because I was a tough cookie as far as teachers go. You know, I was like the drill sergeant from Full Metal Jacket. Rest in peace. me. I love you up there. Anyway, but the terror challenge was pretty funny. At least to me it was. So, ciao, ciao, my bambinos.